Good morning. Welcome to Crystal River and Kings Bay National Wildlife Refuge. Kings Bay is approximately 80 acres of 72-degree spring-fed water and provides a perfect environment for the West Indian manatees. I know it's early, but it's time to roll over. Get out of bed. Wake up and smell the fish. You have a very important appointment, an adventure, to swim with the gentle giants of Crystal River. Manatees are curious and playful by nature. This is easily observed by their tactile interaction with each other, which sometimes resembles a wrestling match. Hey, wait for me! When they're not resting, feeding, or socializing with each other, they find alternative activities. Dude, give me some rope. No one has to tell them to floss. Although there are strict laws in place to prevent harassment of the manatees, there have been sightings of manatees turning people into human play toys. Since they have no natural enemies and are not aggressive hunters, it's not at all surprising that they would seek interaction with all of the creatures in their environment. This sociable behavior was recorded many times over history, including by Christopher Columbus, who said he had seen the mermaids of legend, although they were not as beautiful as depicted in paintings. So, if you ever wanted to kiss a mermaid, you might want to consider the dating hotline instead. It's important to note that impact studies have found no harm in this interaction. In fact, manatees have increased in numbers overall and in the Crystal River area. Speedboats are still their greatest threat, blamed for approximately 25% of overall deaths. Of course, the purpose of this video is to teach you how to mind your manatee manners, which are based on common sense and federal laws. There's a $20,000 fine for harassing a manatee. The Fish and Wildlife are present on the water and they don't take American Express. Your captains will point out the sanctuaries. It's your responsibility to be aware of where you are when you're in the water and stay out of these areas which are set aside for the manatees who choose not to come out and interact. The majority of the manatees stay in the sanctuaries and sleep in the morning. It's obvious when they are sleeping on the bottom and absolutely against the law to disturb them. One of the most important government laws and procedures for having a quality interaction with the manatees is to be still and quiet in the water. Allow them to come to you. Some people believe that manatees, which have very keen hearing, can hear your heartbeat. They sense when you're anxious, and if you just relax and float with your hands at your side, you may have the perfect Kodak moment. Since we're all on the same boat here, excuse the pun, it's very important that we do not become a crowd around the manatees. The river is crowded on holidays and weekends in the busy winter season. So give the manatees their space and let them be in control. Here's a perfect example of manatee manners. This mother brought her baby out of the sanctuary into open water. Our Birds Underwater group did exactly as they had been told and kept their distance. It's against the law to separate a mother from her calf. And in this instance, we had the privilege of watching 1 week-old infant. If you listen when you're in the water, sometimes you can hear the squeals between the mom and calf. Speaking of babies, we love our children, and so do the manatees. But sometimes kids love manatees a little too much. Since it is difficult for them to keep their hands and feet still when they're swimming in the water, please provide a helping hand. Without assistance, kids can get overexcited and scare the manatees into their sanctuary. course, that goes for all of us. In the interest of everyone's safety and comfort, we need to point out a few boating tips. Please remain seated at all times when the boat is underway. Captains can't see when you stand up. It's not a good idea to walk with your fins on. There's no graceful way to fall. Try to keep your feet up off the bottom, or you'll stir up the sand, and you won't get to see some of our other residents. Dive flags are up to warn boaters of people in the water, but you should be aware of any boats coming and going in the area that you're swimming in. We hope you enjoy your tour with birds underwater today. Our staff has information to hand out at your request on how you can help preserve our precious gentle giants.
Mermaids of